Hello and welcome to your Norwich City versus West Ham United build-up show. Kick-off 1 hour and 5 minutes away, which means lineups are 5 minutes away. But we've got the rumours. The rumours are one change to the West Ham team, and it's not particularly a good one. But before we get into that, before you know the lineups, Gonzo, how are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I'm still pretty positive about it all, to be fair. I think we'll win. Get ourselves away from danger and enjoy the rest of the weekend, because we'll enjoy the benefits of having the early start with the rest of the weekends. So that being said, I don't know this rumour of which you speak. Hold on, sorry, I keep on forgetting my microphone. I do apologise to everybody. Yeah, I don't know this rumour, Geo. So obviously it's dependent on that. I think I might guess what it is, and if it is what I think it is, which is obviously Noble coming in for somebody attacking, it might dent my confidence slightly, but I still think we can cause some problems.
I'm nervous, really nervous. Woke up really nervous. Been feeling really nervous. This morning's dragged. This morning's gone really slow. I just want to get this game over and done with, to be honest with you, Gonzo. I'm at the start, like yesterday, the previous day, I was thinking, why is it 12:30 on Saturday? It's really early. I've got videos and stuff, and I thought, if we lose, it's ruined the rest of my weekend. But I'm actually glad it's first thing Saturday now, because I don't really fancy feeling like this all weekend, then playing late on tomorrow night or something. So let's just get over and done with. It's been a very long morning. But saying that, the team news is
You were feeling a bit nervous when I spoke to you this morning for the breakfast show,
yeah.
And so now you're feeling no better. See, what you needed to do was you needed to have 2 loads of washing to hang on the line and put in the wash. You needed to keep yourself busy like myself, but you've clearly been fretting and worrying, and now you've heard some team news of your day. So it's not, Roberto's not playing up front, is he?
No, I mean, you might as well just do that. At least it's something different, you know. At least it's a change. I just wanted to see something different, but we're not seeing anything new or exciting. We're seeing something old and tested and failed almost, but
a bit like myself.
I wasn't going to say it, but we'll go along with that. But my nerves from this morning, it's turning into worry, Gonzo. I've gone from nervous to worried because of that lineup. It's almost like, do you know how we suspected there'd be one change and it'll be Noble and stuff? It is Noble coming in.
Okay.
But it just makes you think, oh, blimey, you know, this is a must-win game. It's a must-win game. And you said early in the morning show, your worry is he comes here and accepts a point, or he plays for a point, and the team news would suggest he's happy enough with a point, unless he's got some sort of tactical master plan up his sleeve using 11 on the park. But bearing in mind we've not seen it in his first reign or his second reign, I'm going to suggest that he doesn't have a tactical master plan up his sleeve, because he's been telling us about how he's been reminding the defenders not to concede goals. I mean, talk about getting back to basics, and I'm all for getting back to basics, but that's just...
Look, on that, I'm pretty sure he was just being careful with his words. I'm pretty sure what he meant was what he actually did was give him a right bollocking. I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure he didn't turn around to him and say,
"Why has he not changed it then? Why has he not changed it?"
Well, I don't know. I'm listen.
He can't be that angry when you've got.
I'm not defending. I'm not defending his tactics. I'm just saying. I mean, I didn't know until you said it this morning. Then I've gone on social media, and people seem to think that he's just said, "Now listen, fellas, I must please remind you not to concede any goals." That's not happened, Gio.
Oh, but it's funny. It's just a bit of banter.
No. I know. Yeah, no. Oh, don't get me wrong. No, I'm all for making a joke out of it. Yeah. So I think he has bollocked them. Don't get me wrong. So I think he's saying, "Oh yeah, I gave him a reminder. All right." Why has he not changed it? I don't know, and that worries me. And he just seems frozen.
He's got. At the end of the day, he's got
scared. I think he's scared. I think this is what this is.
Well, he makes me scared. I'm scared of him being scared. Do you know what I mean? Him doing nothing scares me. At the end of the day, our fullbacks were at fault for the goal the previous night. They've not been amazing since the return of the football anyway. They've had some okay games, and that's at best. They've not been man of match or anything. Yeah, we've got Ben Johnson and Masuaku. Now, while Masuaku, you can argue if he's good enough or not, but he's still a left back, and both of them sitting on the bench, and they've watched their right back and left back play rubbish during the week, concede a goal between them, and they still don't get in. It's just a bit like, what's the point? What's the point of them being here?
They're not going to. They're not. Look, let's be fair. He really should be taking a long old look at Ben Johnson. He's take a long old look at whether he's got a future at West End. These are two of the worst fullbacks in the league, as we've discussed. If you can't get into the team now as a promising youngster, you're probably not promising enough. You're probably not going to find a career path at West Ham. So I am gobsmacked by that more than any other decision that he's not looked at the fullbacks and decided to do something there. I also do think there's a lot of value in giving teams a rollicking. I really do. But sometimes that's only really any good if someone's been lazy. Let's say Sebastian Haller has had a lazy game. You give him a rollicking, right? You say, come on, mate, you're a world-class striker, sort it out, get up there, put yourself about a bit, and actually impose yourself on the game. You tell him off, you have a go at him, because there's more to get from him. I don't think it matters about giving Fredericks and Cresswell rollicking, because I think that's it. It's not like they have some latent ability that they're not displaying. That's it. That's what they're like, and you can shout them all you want. You can remind them all you want. But anyway. I think we may be lucky that perhaps they don't attack us down the flanks as much as other teams would. With the wingers,
Norwich will. That's what they're going to do.
The fullbacks, well, as I say, when I've seen Cantwell, he tends to cut in quite a lot when he's played left and whatnot. I think I said it in the preview. I think the fullbacks do, but I think fullbacks you've got more of a chance of defending. I think if your wingers do, we might get off with this one. Anyway, I still think we'll win.
Here's the confirmed 11 anyway. Fabianski in goal, Fredericks, Diop, Ogbonna, Creswell at back, unchanged. Strikers Antonio, then midfield 5 is Rice, Souček, Fornals, Bowen, and Mark Noble has come in to replace Andrei Yarmolenko. So whether Mark Noble's in the number 10 role or he's moving Souček forward into that position and he's just going full on Fellaini, I don't know. But one change, Noble in for Yarmolenko.
Yeah, I mean, don't put it past Mark Noble to get man of the match here, by the way.
No, I mean, last time we played Norwich at their place, him and Dimitri Payet ran wild. But that was a few years ago. 4 years ago.
A long time ago. Yeah. He does. Look, one of them was injury, then he's been dropped. All right, afterwards. Noble does have the ability to come back and have a good game when he's been dropped. So, I'm not. Look, I can't be too worried about this. We're a better team than them. We've got better players than them. And quite frankly, if we lose to Norwich today, we are atrocious. We are atrocious. And as I said in the breakfast show, it's totally deserving of going down. I can't even begin to think that we are that bad. I think we got to win. We got to win. I can't allow myself to think otherwise.
I'm not feeling this lineup at all, Gonzo. It's so demotivating as a fan almost to see us do one change. The players were tired, even forgetting that even if we won against Burnley, I still want to see changes. I still want to see fresh legs. The players that were knackered against Burnley, Antonio starting, Souček starting, Fornals starting. The players that were tired are still playing. The players that were poor, Fredericks starting, Creswell starting. The one guy you took out is Yarmolenko. You didn't have a great game, but he wasn't tired of that. And I still thought he was carrying one of our biggest goal threats against Burnley. He's just done one change. I just hope Noble isn't in the number 10 role again. I cannot watch another however long, 70 minutes until he finally gets subbed off. I can't watch another 70 minutes of this. I just hope that at the very, very least he's putting Souček into that number 10 role because of how dangerous he looked against Burnley in the box. I just hope he's moving in there and we're just going to try and hit them with shots. The other slight good news, Bowen's in his natural position again, but the bad news is Fornals on the left wing again. And Max Aarons will bomb forward for Norwich constantly. He will just keep coming. And Fornals is going to have to keep up with him. I'm disappointed. I'm worried, Gonzo, looking at that 11. On our bench here, we've got Johnson, Wilshere, Balbuena, Lanzini, Masuaku, Ajeti, Aller, Yarmolenko and Randolph. I mean, how you can have that much attacking midfielders on the bench and still need to use Martin. This is a must-win game. It's a must-win game, and it just feels like we're putting out our team to not get beat. And it's just so disheartening. If we lose today with that starting 11, he's got to go. Like, you'd almost have to sack him tonight. You cannot forgive him if we get beat. I mean, if we win, great. I'll sit on here and say, well done, Mr. Manager. But even that, if we do win, I think it'll be down to us playing the team bottom of the Premier League rather than some sort of tactical masterclasses ready to spring on us. Oh, I'm really, really worried.
Yeah, I know you are. I can tell you're acting like you've just witnessed a defeat. Do not rule out the possibility that we win this game. All right, so I think it's highly likely that we beat Norwich. I'm not. I like you. You asked me to pick out a player the other day. I picked out Max Aarons. I am fully aware of his qualities. Not only does he bomb down the wing, he's happy to go into the box as well and cut in. I'm fully aware of his qualities. But I'm not sat here worried about Max Aarons. I just cannot think that David Moyes wants this job. He wants this West Ham job. He knows, and you're right, by the way, he knows if he loses this and puts him in there, there is no job for him. Even if by some fluke we lose this and then somehow scrape and stay up, right? He won't. He can't keep the job. He needs to finish. He can't go into the last game. He cannot go into the last game with our future still hanging in the balance. He just can't, because he will not keep the job, and he wants this job. So, no, I think the players will be motivated. The fitness worries me. The fullbacks worry me. Ability, it doesn't worry me. I think we've got enough on the pitch to beat them.
I agree with that, and I do think, like I said in the preview, I did think we played well enough. It's just very disheartening to... We've played a more attacking team at home to Burnley and at home to Chelsea and away to Spurs than we have against Norwich. And that concerns me a little bit. I do think if you offered Moyes a point right now, I think he would take it. I think he would think that should be enough, and if I can get a point against Watford, that should be enough as well. It's just scary. It really worries me. The Norwich 11, by the way, is, as you'd expect, Tim Krul's in goal. The back four of Lewis, Kloss, Godfrey and Aarons. Midfield 2 of Tete and Vranic. The attacking 3 of Hernandez, Stiepermann and Buendia. And then Pukki up front. Just to look at their bench, Todd Cantwell is on the bench, along with Aida, Duda, Martin, Drimich, Trybull, McGovern, McLean and Rupp. They're all on the bench for Norwich. So it's a team you'd expect from Norwich, but their strength's definitely their fullbacks. Their fullbacks coming forward. Bowen and Bernals are going to have to get back, but we are better than them. We have better players. We are a better team. I do think we will have too much, but I do think we're making it more difficult for ourselves than it needs to be with that starting 11. It just smacks of we'll have a point, thank you.
Don't worry, man. Don't worry.
You're way too optimistic. Well, you're not optimistic. You're way too calm for my liking. I just don't get it. I don't get why he's done it. It's just, he makes life difficult for himself, David Moyes. He really does make life difficult for himself, because if we don't win today, he's just losing support every single game with decisions.
I agree. I agree. I'm only calm because nothing has happened yet. What you suspect might happen hasn't happened. What I suspect might happen hasn't happened. But I'm still completely open to the fact that at the end of the 90 minutes, I may be completely miserable or overjoyed, or somewhere in between. So
it'll hurt you more if we don't win. At least I'll be sort of half expecting it now.
You are right. You're right. Absolutely, 100% right there. Yeah. We'll see. I
do think we'll win, though. I do think we'll win because we've got better players. As simple as that. But I just think it's going to be a bit. I don't know. It just worries me, and he has to do his substitutions today, Gonzo. Who really has to do his subs? Because of fatigue, they are going to get tired. We are going to need at least 3 subs today, just out of tiredness, out of fatigue. Not even if they're 10 out of 10 performance-wise, they are going to. Antonio is going to need to be subbed. Right, we have Sebastian Haller there. If anything, I almost want to see Moyes have pre-planned subs in his head. When Antonio's tired, I'm bringing on Sebastian Haller, regardless of the score. If we're winning, brilliant. If we're drawing, we need him on. And if we're losing, we definitely need him on. It's the perfect sub. I hope he's probably looking at Mark Noble thinking, well, bring either Wilshere or Lanzini on for you when you're tired. He's probably looking at Solskjaer. I'd be saying the same thing. Jack Wilshere, come on for you when you're tired. Fredericks, when you concede a goal, I'll bring on Ben Johnson. But he needs to do his subs today. He really has to. Farke isn't the best at subs. He does them. But I couldn't tell you off the top of the head. The last time I watched a game and I saw Farke do subs, that then went and changed the game in Norwich City's favour. So that's good. So he's not a no there. He's not going to do something that's going to tilt the game in Norwich's favour. But what the good thing is for me, Gonzo, quickly, Norwich is going to come out and play. they are going to come out and play against us, and that will help us, because I'm more confident of us going toe-to-toe with someone against Norwich and winning than I am against us going up against a Burnley who sit in and say what you're going to do, because we don't have the answers for that. So we're going to have a bit more room. But the problem is, I just think we're lacking the player on that pitch to make the most of it. I just hope, if anything, Noble's going to come a little bit deeper and we're going to pull Fornals and Bowen in a little bit narrower, closer to Antonio, so Bowen can start shooting, because I do feel we're lacking Jared Bowen's shots in the last few games. Even when he went to the right wing position, he was more creative than shooting, and I want to see him testing Tim Krul's hands. But the bad thing is, like I said to you earlier, they lose today, they're relegated officially, mathematically. They've almost got nothing to lose. This is like, just go out and have fun. If I was Fark, I'd be saying to these players, just go out and just have fun, score. Just go out and make sure you get a couple of goals today. And if you get beat, it doesn't matter. We're getting relegated anyway. No pressure, shackles off, go out and entertain your Norwich fans at home. Can I get your final words, please, and we'll do our final score predictions?
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Look, I'm not overwhelmed with the team. I would have liked more changes. We spoke about it this morning, but it's also what I said this morning. We need to get over this. Then we can have the inquest. Then we can look at things tactically. We can look at the manager. We can look at the ownership. We can look at everything. But for today, it's Norwich, and I think we win 3-1. And if the scorers were something like Ogbonna, Souček, and Antonio, I wouldn't be surprised at that at all. So. I think we'll cause some problems from set plays today. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a massive part of our tactics for today. Whilst we might not like the shape, we might not like the team, might not like the substitutions, we might not like the tactics, I'm pretty sure we may well be having some long shots, trying to get some corners, and then you see Bowen putting that ball in there from corners. We might well just have a bit too much for him, so I'm going to stick with a 3-1.
I'm going to go 2-1. I said 1-0 in preview, but I think I'll crank it up to 2-1 now. Still a West Ham win. Set pieces is key for us. Norwich have conceded the second most set pieces in the league all season. We've looked dangerous from them since the restart. The non-Sky Sports top six. I know people don't like stats, but I do. The expected goals, West Ham are top of the charts out of all 14. So we're ahead of Wolves, we're ahead of Leicester, we're ahead of all those teams. Norwich are bottom. So in terms of creating chances since the football's come back, we are top of the non-Sky Sports top 6 league. That gives me hope. The set pieces gives me hope. I just hope that we see Bowen taking free kicks as well as corners. I don't want to see Aaron Creswell sticking them in. There's no point to this. This is a nervous game, Gonzo. Do or die almost. The live chat, just to quickly, the live chat's really confident. I say really confident. It's mainly West Ham wins being predicted. Vermeer says 3-1 West Ham. Thomas says 2-2. He's going for a Geo draw there. David's 2-0 West Ham. Clayton says he wishes he had your confidence, Gonzo.
Don't worry about it, Clayton. Honestly, mate, don't you worry, son. Don't you worry.
James says it's going to be a shit 1-1 draw. Hammer Down Under says 2-1 West Ham. Bad Wolf Archive says 2-0 West Ham, with Noble getting on the score sheet as well. He's got to step up though, Mark Noble. Noble has to justify his manager putting him back in for this one, because he's going to be the scapegoat. If we don't win today, Mark Noble's going to be the one.
You're right.
That's the scapegoat, because... And to be fair, last night he was basically saying he doesn't want to play Mark Noble. He said, I don't mind not playing. I don't have to play. As long as we win, I don't care if I play or not. It's almost like he's saying to the manager, don't pick me. I am not good enough. I am knackered. Yeah. I can't do this. But there he is. Anyway, me and Gonzo are going to disappear. But don't go anywhere. Tom and Charlie are going to be live in about 1 minute with a watch along. It depends on if they can watch the game. It's going to be tricky for them to find the game, but they're going to do their best. But they're going to be live in a minute anyway, so don't go anywhere. Subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. And Gonzo, I shall see you at full time.
Hopefully. I'll be happy. I'll be smiling.
Oh, I hope I will be as well. I'll be sweating. I'll probably lose a stone in weight watching this game.
That's right. I'm going to go and bake a cake, so I'll send you a slice. And
please, thank you. Celebratory survival cake.
Nice, the best kind.
Right, catch you in a bit. See you at full time. Don't go anywhere. Tom and Charlie are coming right up.